Shabbat Shalom. This is your brother Yael Ezra Ben Levy coming at you again with another quick video. Now, I know many of my Messianic and many of my Christian brothers disagree with my viewpoints and on how I see things scripturally than what they do. Some of them call me a Pharisee for embracing the Old Testament only. They say I'm a Pharisee and that their master, Yeshua, Yahabashai, Jesus, whatever you feel comfortable calling him, was against the Pharisees and totally against them. He didn't stand for anything that they stood for. They were liars and, you need to be watchful of them. But just look at what your master said. And even to some of you, he is your God. Just look at what he says in the book of Matthew chapter 23. Now, as you know, I am, as what they would say, Tanakh only or Old Testament based Israelite. So you know that I am not subscribing to anything that is in the New Testament. I just want to show you what is written within your own book that many of you who say you follow it contradict it. Now, just look at what your master says in Matthew chapter 23. And I just want to let you know that I am coming out of the Derek Hebrew Gospel. Now, let's start at verse 1. Matthew chapter 23, verse 1. Then Yeshua spoke to the crowd of people and to his disciples, saying, the scholars and the Pharisees, sit in the seat of Moses. So whatever they tell you, observe and do it. Only be careful not to do as their deeds, for they say things, but they do not do them. They bind heavy loads and burdens on the shoulders of the people, while they themselves are unwilling even to lift a finger. They do all of their deeds for them to be seen by sons of men. For they widen their tefillin and lengthen their zizot. They love to be seated first at meals and to sit first in the synagogue. For others to say of their shalom in the market, and for sons and men to call them rabbi, rabbi. But as for you, do not be called rabbi, for you have one teacher, the Mashiach, and you are all brothers. Do not call anyone of you on earth father, for you have one Father, which is in heaven. And do not be called teacher, because your one teacher is the Mashiach. And the greatest among you shall be as a servant. Now that was a lot there, but I want you to let's go back to verse 2. And you'll see what he says. The scholar and the Parashim, which is the Pharisee, sit at the seat of Moses. So whatever they tell you, observe and do it. So in a nutshell, he is saying they sit in the seat of Moses, which means they are Torah teachers. They are sharing with you the teachings and instructions of Yahweh. And whatever they tell you to do from that seat, because they are now expounding on Torah, he says, listen to and obey. So why are many of you not listening to what the Pharisees are telling you to do? Because your very master told you to listen to them. As long as they are coming from Torah, you are to listen to them and obey. So for many of you who are Christians and Messianics, you love to attack people, say they are being a Pharisee. Look at what your master say about them. Now, if they are teaching Torah, you're supposed to obey. Now, if their lifestyle is not lining up with what they're teaching, you're supposed to observe their lifestyle and not mimic what they are doing. But Yeshua, Yahabashai, Jesus, whatever you feel comfortable with, he plainly told you, whatever they tell you in accordance with Torah. While sitting in that seat of Moses, they are Torah teachers. And whatever they tell you, you ought to observe and do. So ask yourself, why are you not listening to what your master told you to do? So me, as some say, I am a Pharisee. If I am telling you what is written in the Torah, and I am expounding on Torah, why are you not following it? Most of all, if you cannot plainly show that I'm saying something in error when it comes to Torah. So this is all I wanted to share at this time. This is your brother Yael Ezra Ben Levi. Shalom, love, and blessings. Till next time. Peace.